She threw the ring. It hit the hardwood floor with a sound I can still hear, sharp, hollow, final. Her voice trembled, not from heartbreak, but with theatric rage carefully dressed as emotion. "Wedding's off," she hissed, eyes lit with that performative fury she wore so well. I didn't flinch. No pleading, no apology, no instinct to chase. I simply watched her storm out, her heels clicking like a metronome, counting down the final beats of something long dead. When the door slammed shut behind her, I pulled out my phone without a pause. I called Marcus, my lawyer. 40-8 hours. That's all it took to transform the woman I once envisioned a future with into a crumbling wreck, at the edge of her own deception. It hadn't started with war. It began like all dangerous things do, with warmth. Quiet mornings, her head resting on my chest. Whispers of forever exchanged like promises carved into glass. I believed her. That was my first mistake. But love distorts. It softens your vision, turns sirens into lullabies and red flags into rose petals. Emily moved fast. Within months, she had a drawer in my dresser, then half a closet, then a key. She laughed like she had nothing to hide and held me like I was her anchor. I'd built my consulting firm from scratch. Long nights, risky clients, long-haul flights. She told me she admired it, said I made her feel safe. I introduced her to my world, brought her to family dinners, mingled her into business circles. She wore loyalty like perfume, noticeable only when the room got too warm. The first crack appeared in the smallest of ways. A strange text around midnight. "Can't talk now. He's here." Not addressed to me. Maybe a wrong number, I thought, but her reaction when I asked was too stiff, too rehearsed. After that, I started watching. Not obsessively, deliberately. The phone was always locked. The sudden trips to visit her mother became frequent. Receipts appeared, stuffed in coat pockets like discarded confessions. I stayed silent. Emotion clouds clarity, and I needed clarity more than comfort. 3 weeks before she threw that ring, I followed her. She wasn't at her mother's. She was at a downtown hotel, room 1213. I waited. She emerged hours later with a man in a tailored navy suit. The kind who says babe to women without knowing their last name. The kind who wears wealth like armor and deception like cologne. I didn't confront her. I took photos, logged times, cross-checked locations. Marcus, ever calm, advised a clean break. Cut your losses. But I wasn't after a way out. I wanted balance. Revenge, when the law can't prosecute the soul's betrayal, becomes its own form of justice. So I rewrote the prenup, the one she'd never bothered to read. I added an infidelity clause, tucked it back into her drawer. She signed it one morning, over coffee, scrolling through Instagram, unaware that trust can be weaponized too. I started withdrawing funds from our joint account, not all at once, just enough to slip beneath her radar. I quietly liquidated her stake in the apartment, legal, clean, irrevocable. Then came the fight. Loud, calculated. She accused me of being cold, distant. She needed a villain to justify her exit. "Wedding's off." She spat like a curse hurled in designer heels. I didn't argue. "Good," I replied. She had saved me the speech. By the time she texted me from her sister's place asking for space, Marcus had already filed everything. Infidelity documented. Assets secured. Her name scrubbed from deeds, accounts, contracts. She didn't notice at first. Too busy telling friends she was finding herself, posting vague Instagram quotes about worth and healing. Then the credit card declined. Then the doorman wouldn't buzz her into the apartment. She tried to log into our bank account, locked. She called. Her voice no longer carried defiance, just confusion. "Can we talk?" she asked. I let silence do the talking. Then came panic. She showed up at my office, mascara smudged, voice shaky beneath a plastic smile. "I made a mistake," she said. I looked at her like a stranger standing in the wreckage of a life she set fire to. I almost admired the boldness. "You shouldn't have signed something you didn't read," I said coolly. "But then again, you've always been reckless with things that matter." Her mouth opened, but no sound came. The quiet between us was a verdict. "You can't do this," she managed, finally. I already did. She fought it, of course. Hired a lawyer, cried defamation. But the evidence was airtight: photos, receipts, messages, the amended prenup. Her lover, a married man with children. Vanished from her life the moment I forwarded the file to his wife. Bleach on the stain. Her friends distanced themselves, her story unraveled. She left one final voicemail. I didn't think you'd actually go through with it. You were always the forgiving one. She mistook my silence for softness, a common error. I didn't celebrate. No champagne, no petty smirk. I just changed the locks, donated her designer dresses, had the apartment professionally cleaned. New. Paint, brighter lights, not for her, for me. Control isn't theatrical, it's deliberate, quiet. Justice doesn't kick down doors, it slides in unnoticed, rewrites the script, and erases the audience. You thought I'd chase you, I murmured, once watching the city glow from my balcony. But some exits close behind you, and when they do, no key fits again.